Let's talk about the value of work ethic, which I believe is the most important ingredient of our success in your personal and professional life. When you worked in the White House for President Carter, one of your colleagues said you were the first person to arrive on the first day of the administration and the last one to leave on the last day. You were rumored to live in your West Wing office, and you became semi-famous when a magazine described your daily routine, which included regularly eating dinner from the White House vending machines. You told the magazine that machine food is underrated. How important is work ethic on our path to excellence? And as part of this, can we go back and can you tell us what kind of time you put in a week when you first started your career and what you're spending per week now, even after you're one of the most successful people in the world?
Well, I always thought that I wasn't as smart as I wished I had been or would like to have been. Therefore, I thought I could compensate to some extent by working hard. And so by working hard, I thought I would, make up for the fact that I wasn't brilliant. And so whenever I took a job, I would work very hard, hoping that it would lead to some success. And so when I got to the White House, I wanted to work there my entire young life. And you get there and you're in the West Wing of the White House. The President of the United States is calling you from time to time for advice. You're flying around on Marine One and Air Force One. What could be greater than that? I wasn't married at the time, no children. So I was couldn't be happier. And so I just worked around the clock, literally 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. Today, I still am a pretty hard worker. Certainly I'm older now, but I generally try to get as much done as possible every day. And the reason is when you're 27, you have great potential. You want to work hard. You want to make a name for yourself. You want to do something useful. When I have the opposite age of 72, the reverse of 27, you realize that something is going to go wrong at some point. Part of your body is going to fall apart. Your brain is going to slow down and not work, or some part of your body is going to check out. So what I'm doing now is what I call sprinting to the finish line. I'm trying to get as much stuff done every day as I can, because I know at some point the body won't or the brain won't work. So I actually am not working much less than when I was 27, because now I have a business involvement at Carlyle. I've got my family office. I've got a lot of nonprofit boards I chair, and I've got TV shows and books and so forth. So I'm doing a lot, and I do make a lot of speeches and get involved in a lot of philanthropic things. So it takes time. This weekend, for example, I'll be chairing the Kennedy Center's events with the Kennedy Center honors we have every year, and so that's it takes a lot of time. A lot of these projects take time, but I like what I'm doing. I just wish I was younger and I could do these things for more time. But I guess the bottom line is hard work. I don't think is a vice. I think generally the people who are the most successful in the world, with some exceptions, are people that work very hard at their craft. Maybe they worked hard as a young person, they perfected their skills, as Tiger Woods did, or maybe they just were a scholar and they just really worked hard early on and they got certain intellectual skills. But I don't think the people who are lazy are generally the people who are successful as people who work hard.
When I give career advice to people who tell me they don't know what they want to do, I ask them to create a list of the 5 most important criteria and rank them. Money's usually ranked number 1, and the others include location, team, opportunity to learn, opportunity of promotion, and the industry. Enjoyment is very low on the list. It's often last on the list. People say it's called work for a reason. You've touched upon it before, but can we go back? What's your advice here? If you don't love something, can you be great at it?
You can have luck in life, I guess, but the people that win Nobel Prizes or get on to great professional accomplishments are generally people who work hard. You rarely see somebody not working hard, and you rarely see somebody doing something great where they hated what they were doing. Occasionally, you might see that, but generally, people who accomplish something love what they're doing. Now, they recognize while they love what they're doing, there's always trials and tribulations. I love what I'm doing now, but every day I've got some challenges here, some things there I wish I'd done differently, or I wish I didn't have to deal with. But generally, you have to find something in life that you love. And my general advice to students all the time is experiment with different career options, find something you really love, and ultimately that will make it more likely you'll be successful. I didn't really find what I loved until I was 37. So I tell my own children, try different things, experiment. And I tell students when I speak to them, experiment, try different things. You'll find something you love. And when you love it and you know you love it, you're more likely to be successful in it.
I want to talk about the ingredients of excellence. I saw a quote from you, and you've mentioned it a few times here. You say you're not brilliant. I've heard you say you're not very handsome. You've talked about you don't have great athletic skills, and people ask, well, how did you do it, David? And you said your career was filled with more mistakes than successes. So tell us, what are the ingredients to success, and how do we get there?
Well, I think success comes about because you have some goals. You try to work hard towards those goals. You learn how to get along with other people and share the credit. You learn how to be a leader, not a follower. You learn how to improve your brain and your capabilities of doing things almost every day by just learning more and reading more. So I'd say success is a difficult thing to measure, but in the end, the most important thing for success in the end, and everybody should measure it, is personal happiness. As Thomas Jefferson wrote, to some extent, life is about the pursuit of happiness. He never actually defined happiness, and it's not clear if anybody can really define happiness, but it's very elusive. But I think being happy is the greatest pleasure in life, assuming it's not destroying anybody else. You're happy because you're doing something you enjoy and not hurting anybody else. But everybody wants their children to be happy. Everybody wants to have happiness themselves. It's elusive. I am generally a happy person. I wish I was, different skill sets. I wish I'd accomplished more. I'd not made certain mistakes. But generally, I got lucky in life, and I'm pretty happy with where I am. I just wish I can be around another 10 or 15 or 20 years to kind of do more and enjoy life more.
On a related note, you've also talked about the keys to success in the financial world. A lot of the listeners and viewers are young professionals who are either in investment banking, they may be in college, they may be later in life, lawyers who would love to get into investment banking. They'd love to work at a firm like Carlyle. Where does it all start, and what are the 6 attributes you look for in new hires?
Well, when I'm hiring people, I like people who are reasonably intelligent. I don't want geniuses. I've hired geniuses. They're hard to manage. I'm looking for reasonable intelligence. I'm looking for a pretty good work ethic. I'm looking for people that know how to share the credit and get along with other people, because you can't do anything by yourself. You got to have a teamwork effort. I'm looking for people that have some intellectual curiosity, that are always looking for the next thing to kind of make themselves learn more. I'm looking for people that want to accomplish something with their life and want to make their life, something that their parents and they would be proud of. I'm looking for people that don't care only about making money, though money is a measurement of success in the business world, but I'm looking for people that want more than that out of life. I'm looking for people that are willing to give back to society in some kind of philanthropic or eleemosynary way. I'm looking for people that I want to spend time with, who are not people that I don't like their personality. I want people that are people that I can talk to, enjoy being with, and who I think will benefit from some mentoring it from time to time. So I'm looking for different things, but in the end, there are always going to be some successful people who defy what I think is important. For example, as I've written, I think humility is a great virtue, and the people I most admire as great leaders are relatively humble. You hang around with Warren Buffett, he doesn't tell you how smart he is. There are a lot of great leaders that don't. Abraham Lincoln didn't ever, as far as I know, say, how smart I am. I got elected president of the United States and I won the Civil War. Let me take credit for that. He didn't do that. I realize that some great leaders are not humble. There's an exception, of course. Napoleon wasn't humble. I imagine Charlemagne wasn't humble. Alexander the Great, attaching the great to his name, probably wasn't humble. But as a general rule of thumb, the people I admire are people that have some humility to them.
You've accomplished so much. I mean, I've heard you say, I think at least 10 times now, you got lucky. I think you create your own luck through hard work. I heard you say you're not that smart. I think most people would think you're brilliant, even though you may not see yourself that way. And I think it's one of the reasons why you are a great leader, actually. And I think it's one of the reasons why people respect you so much. I mean, I've heard it over. I mean, I've read about it. I've heard you speak at Milken Conference and some other conferences too. And even in this 90 minutes we're going to spend together today, you keep saying it. And
I believe it. I mean, look, the people who are brilliant are people who got 800s on their SATs and perfect scores in their achievement tests and all the things I couldn't do, or valedictorians. They're the brilliant people. I'm not that. I got lucky in a couple of things. And one of the things I would say is I probably am smarter than I was when I took the SATs in many ways, because I continued to read and learn. And many people don't continue to read when they graduate from college. Something like 50% of Americans who graduate from college never read another book again in their life. It just, people don't read. And so I'm always trying to absorb and learn more information. And I think that's a part of the growing process. But, believe me, I'm not brilliant, and I'm not, as talented as I wish I were. But, you take what you can get out of life.
I respect humble people. We have a saying in my office, humble rules the day. Like I said, most things we do don't work out so well on the venture capital side. And when we have a big win every few years, as a football player, I just want to hand the ball back to the ref and go back again, because we know things are not going to look so good. There's no reason to pound your chest at that point, because there's going to be some more pain coming at the end of the day. But it's great to have role models like you who lead that way.